If you're new to canvas tents, you might not know that you need to season your tent to make sure it's waterproof. We're going to show you how to season a canvas tent right now. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We just did a review on our White Duck Outdoors Proto Deluxe 10x10 canvas tent, and it's the one I've got right behind me. So if you haven't seen that review, I'm going to go ahead and put a link right up here where you can check that out. Guys, I love canvas tents, and if you are doing car camping, right, where you are pulling into a campground and setting up a tent, if you're not camping in a canvas tent, guys, you are missing out. I've given up, for the most part, on polyester tents and have gone almost completely canvas. This is my second canvas tent. I'm looking to get a third one. Guys, I love these things. They hold up to wind and rain. They're waterproof. They are easy to set up, relatively easy to maintain. Fantastic, fantastic tents. Love them to death. But there are a few things you need to do when they're brand new to make sure that they're waterproof. And one of them is to season the tent. And no, I'm not talking about, you know, a good salt and pepper dry rub, you know, no, what is it, the stuff I use? I use the Weber's garlic and herb for my pork. I use Montreal steak seasoning for my steak. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. We are not seasoning it to taste. We are seasoning it to waterproof it. And what that means is we're going to get the tent wet on purpose. That seems a little weird, to get a tent wet on purpose if it's not waterproof. But for canvas, what happens when canvas gets wet is that the cotton swells up. And so any little holes that are in the material from like a sewing seam or something like that will swell up and seal up, and then you won't ever have to do it again. So I highly recommend that when you first get a canvas tent, whether that's a spring bar style tent like the one behind me, a bell tent, a cabin tent, any kind of canvas tent, or any other canvas gear you have. You might have a canvas tarp that you use for shade. You might have a canvas duffel. Any kind of canvas gear that you want waterproof, you've got to season it first. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the hose out. We're going to spray it down. Now, you don't want high pressure spray. You want to simulate rain, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to let it completely dry. And so any of the little stitch holes or any of the little tiny little holes in the fabric that might have let water through will swell up and seal up, and then our tent will be completely waterproof. Let's get the hose out and get to work. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to make sure that all your windows are closed, right? So all the windows are closed inside the tent, and then I use one of these type things with the shower type setting because it simulates rain. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to water the tent like rain. And you can see the water just beads up on the tent. And I want to get it a good soak. All right, so just letting the water run all the way down. And you can see that canvas has a great durable water repellency already because the water just runs right off. But we want to get this thing completely wet and soaked so that all of those little fibers have an opportunity to swell up. So I'm going to work my way around the tent. So one of the things people ask me is, well, Kevin, can't you just let it get rained on? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. But rain might not get up underneath places like right up underneath where the spring bar poles go. So by doing it with a hose, you can get places where rain might not. I like to concentrate to make sure I get every seam. A really important seam is the seam where the awning connects to the tent. That's a place where if you don't have the awning down, water will pool. And so you want to make sure it's nice and sealed. And then also make sure that you get up under the awning, right? Because you may not always have the awning set up. So you want to make sure that even the seams under the awning get sealed. Okay, so it's that easy. Now the next step is to let it dry. I took a peek inside, didn't see any water. That's a good thing. Some people will go and put water on the inside of their seams. I don't bother with that, and the reason I don't is because if I season the outside and it seals up, then water's not going to get in, so I don't need to worry about the inside of the seams. Some people want to. They'll go in there with a little spray bottle and do that. You can if you want to. I didn't bother with spraying the inside seams on my Kodiak Canvas Flexbow VX and didn't have any problem. If you want to check out my review of that tent, by the way, guys, I'll put a link right up here where you can check that out. Fantastic tent, fantastic canvas tent. Didn't have a problem with it there. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with it here. This should do. So now the rest of the day, it's supposed to get hot today. Only a 20% chance of rain. I've got blue skies. Let this thing bake in the sun, get hot, get steamy, swell up, dry out, and it'll be time to take it down and put it away so it's ready for the next camping trip. Guys, if you're interested in a White Duck Proda Deluxe, I'm going to put a link down in the description below where you can pick one up. Guys, these are fantastic tents. I'm an affiliate for White Duck. So when you use my link to purchase, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it's a great way to support my channel as it gives me a little commission on a sale. It helps me to produce this content, so it's greatly appreciated. If you have any questions at all about camping in canvas tents or the seasoning process or what flavor you should use, the flavor is water, guys. Just simple water. Anyway, if you have any questions about seasoning your tent, drop some in the comments below. I would love to hear from you and would love to help you out. If you have any questions about camping or canvas tents or getting outside in general, love to hear from that too. You can also connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, or our website at kempoutside.com. Guys, we have a lot more camping, hiking, and fishing content coming up on this channel real soon. We got some fall, winter, and spring trips already planned. This tent's going to see a lot of action, so if you want to see the White Duck in action, hit that subscribe, ring that little bell that notifies you when we release new videos, and give me a thumbs up on this video, guys. It helps the algorithm. Guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. That's why I recommend these canvas tents, guys. You cannot go wrong car camping out of a canvas tent. They are sweet, super comfortable, warm and dry, weather resistant. Fantastic tents, guys. You won't regret it if you get a canvas tent. So again, if you have any questions, drop something below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.